Hello, survivors, and welcome back to another episode of Will You Survive?
The podcast.
Where we go over some of our favorite zombie movies. We examine them and see, will you survive? By you, we mean us. In this case, we're going through Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Now, this one was recommended to me.
By who?
There was one of our followers on TikTok. I
Okay.
couldn't remember his handle, but I thought it was on par with Shaun of the Dead. Very silly, very campy, very goofy.
Yeah.
It was. There was something very clever I liked about it. It's kind of right up our alley, where it's all of their Boy Scout techniques is what really saved them a lot, rather than just straight plot armor. It's like, oh, look at this. I know how to do this. Oh, I know how to do that. And they would show their little merit badges on these things.
Yeah. The condom mop combination to grab the keys with the hook was crafty.
But then I love how they dropped it down the drain anyway. Well, the other guy did.
They didn't. Augie did.
So
Augie.
Group of friends, all in the Boy Scouts. They're in a small-ish town. It's not tiny, but it's a smallish town, and they're like the only three boys in the Boy Scout of their region.
They're trying to recruit in the beginning,
and nobody will come. Now, what's funny?
That video was epic.
Oh man, I freaking love the recruiting video.
The freeze frame at the end.
That's awesome. They're all jumping in the air. And then just for the audience to know, that inspired you to high five me throughout the whole damn movie. I left you hanging the first time, but
hurt my feelings a little.
David Kochner, if I'm saying his name right, I'm horrible with names, pronunciations, but he's in one of my favorite movies. I'm just going to say it this way, he's in one of my favorite movies depicting reality. Fiction depicting reality. Waiting. He's the restaurant manager of this shenanigans bar and restaurant where Ryan Reynolds is a server with Justin Long and Anna Faris, and Dane Cook is in that movie. And a few other bodies that are kind of shocking in what seemed to be a very low budget restaurant movie.
A lot of recognizable names.
But it was freaking hilarious. And as someone who worked in the restaurant industry, I'll tell you, other than fucking with people's food, I never did that. I've never seen anybody do that. I couldn't handle that. I could not. That's not okay to me.
I'm sure I have a limit.
But this guy, this manager, well, David Kochner.
I think we watched that movie together, the waiting one.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Because that sounds really familiar. Did they? Maybe the one I'm thinking of is the one I'm thinking of involves a bulldog and some.
No, that's Van Wilder.
Okay,
National Lampoon's Van Wilder.
That one was pretty good. That one was on par with this movie, actually.
That was awful. That movie was awful. I loved it.
This movie was pretty awful.
This movie. Now, I did enjoy a lot of the stuff. That very beginning, what is that character's name who was dancing around? Blake Anderson. I think he's from Workaholics. I think he's in that TV show.
You're
and that's
way more cultured in TV shows than I am.
Well, it's just that it's been recommended to me. It's been recommended to you too by the same guy.
Which one?
Workaholics.
I don't think he's ever recommended that to me.
Oh, definitely has. This one, Workaholics, Always Sunny, Sopranos.
He's recommended The Sopranos to me.
You're telling me he's never recommended Always Sunny?
No, and I think it's because I haven't even seen an episode of The Sopranos.
I haven't either.
Oh, he likes you more than me, I guess.
But so this guy, I actually thought he was going to have a much larger role. So Blake Anderson, Ron the janitor, starts the whole thing. He's the cause.
I didn't know who you were talking about.
He's the cause of everything.
Is he the cause?
Oh, well, okay. The government was the cause.
He was kind of in an unfortunate situation. So how much did he? Was that his fault?
Heck yeah. Okay, he's a janitor. He's supposed to be mopping. The doctor tells him, don't touch anything.
Yeah, but he heard something crash. So he went and he looked.
It's at that point that I think you got to go and tell the doctor, like, hey,
agree.
dude.
I agree, yeah.
Something's going on here. But instead he goes and investigates himself.
He was killing that show he was putting on.
Oh, dude.
Little foreshadowing to the strippers.
Little dance performance. Oh, that was funny. I do have to say that was probably the funniest off-screen thing that happened was the warnings that come up and you're all, nudity?
Yeah.
And then they show the strip joint. You're all, oh, okay, nudity.
That wasn't even the worst part. There was so much nudity.
And like not good nudity.
No, none of it. I mean, arguably the cop was the best one.
It was the funniest one, I think. It was silly, but
hands down the worst.
I'm like, it's so gross. You see all of that discoloration.
Trampoline dick was not cool.
Oh God. So this is old enough. I'm hoping every one of you has seen it. I'm hoping I'm behind the scenes on this one. Because this guy, Ty Sheridan, he was in Ready Player One, but he grabs onto something while they're jumping out of a window to jump onto a trampoline to jump over the neighbor's fence. So it's a pretty cool move. Well, there's zombies all over the trampoline, so he can't jump. He's on his way out, so he grabs whatever he can behind him. And it just so happens to be a zombie's dick.
It happens to be Grandpa's.
Old zombie's dick.
Mm-hmm.
And
that whole scene was just,
oh boy,
it was too much.
But you do have to admit it was funny because we were watching that, and I think everybody, I don't think we're the only ones. Everybody watched that because that was their point. He didn't recognize what he was holding on to for a while. And then
I don't know. I think he noticed pretty quickly.
No, he didn't, because they didn't say it. They're all, is he grabbing? And that's when it pans back and you're like, oh my God. Because it was so fast. Everything, the camera shot, change. And then all of a sudden it like shows you. Like,
yeah, it was pretty. I don't know how to describe how I felt when that was happening.
All I could say is I laughed so much during this movie, and I loved the characters. I loved the silliness. I loved how they used virtually every single zombie trope against it.
You know, my favorite one they did was when that military guy saved them. I don't think he had a single line.
He had to have a line. Didn't he have?
He literally showed up to save them and then immediately died.
Is this everybody? Isn't that all he said? Is this everybody?
Oh, did he have one line?
Yeah. Yeah, there was one line. Poor guy. And then you saw he was bit on the hand.
He was just there to save him from that one zombie who they were dancing with.
Yeah. Britney Spears.
Yeah.
They were singing and dancing with this zombie. They got it to follow their lead. And that's why I don't think zombies would ever be a real threat.
I agree, because...
Whoa, I'll get my kukuri.
Wait. I think he's saying something.
Zombies don't talk.
Just wait a sec. What was that?
You need a loan? What, are you going to buy a house?
What do you need a loan for?
I think he wants to buy a home. Don't we know someone who can help him with that?
Yeah, we do. Have you heard of Corinne Salas at Next Home Grandview in Glendale, California?
Mm-hmm. She can help you get moved into your forever home now.
Your eternal resting place, if you will. Or forever home. That works. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime like this guy. Call Corinne today at 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at Next Home by Corinne, or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com.
Not food. Other than other than like all of the silliness, which is a lot.
A lot.
What was your favorite improv moment of these Boy Scouts?
They did a lot of weird, crafty stuff. I think that, see, the only thing that comes to mind is the condom stick.
Yeah.
So I feel like that one has invaded my mind.
So I do think that was pretty quick thinking on his part. They locked themselves in a jail cell and didn't, they were being chased by a whole bunch of zombies, so they really didn't have an option. Then somebody distracted the zombies. They didn't know who at the time, but it was Augie, their friend. And so then they started trying to find a way to get out of the cell. They found the key on a key hook on the wall, but they were locked in the cell. So how do you get it? They had a mop in the cell with them. And one of the boys, Logan Miller, his name was Carter in the movie. He was a little horn dog and thought he was going to a party and made sure to take a lot of condoms.
This poor kid, man. The whole time it was like he's so desperate for something he's not getting.
Which all of it, like, it was so funny how they're trying to recruit Boy Scouts. They're nerds, nobody likes them. They're all alone. The one guy who came to the recruiting thing walks out without even talking to them. It's all like, even the nerd thought they were nerds, right? And then what's his name? Ben. Ben is driving with Carter, and they hit a deer, which you did point out, and I did agree fully that they full on hit a deer doing some speed. And nothing happened to their car other than a flat tire.
The car was completely fine.
But
what?
If you go back and watch it, you'll get a kick out of it because they actually added the damage to the car when they pulled up to the liquor store.
Yeah, you pointed that out.
So it was the bumpers falling off, the fenders like loose, the windshield's cracked.
See, that's a weird editing mistake because you would expect that to be the opposite.
I would think so too.
You would expect them to forget like that a scene later on.
Yep.
They would still be damaged.
Yep.
So it's funny that it's messed up the other way.
But I liked how Ben was the one who kept saying like something's wrong because they hit that deer. The deer's
and the deer was gone.
Its guts are laying in the street. Like you saw it. It was outside of its body. This is not normal. And Carter was even taking pictures with the deer. And then all of a sudden,
wait, that was the deer with its guts missing?
Mm-hmm.
That was the deer that attacked Scout Leader.
That's it.
What's his face?
Scout Leader Rogers.
Scout Leader Rogers. Oh, I didn't make that connection.
That was the same deer. He survived the deer, but then he lost to the doctor.
Yeah. That poor doctor,
all
man.
because of Ron the janitor.
Well, actually...
And the doctor.
Yeah, let's blame the doctor.
And the Department of Defense.
Yeah, actually, that's who we're going to blame. We're going to blame the Department of Defense because they were in charge of that stupid vending machine that distracted the doctor for that long.
All he wanted was some fucking Takis,
He
man.
just wanted some Takis, man. Why can't they get a fucking working vending machine in this stupid government facility? And people want more government.
Top secret facility. Another top secret facility that failed us. Because that was the other thing was, how did they all get out so easily? Like, I understand
That's true.
being trapped in there, right? But how do you get out so easily?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, like
You just strolled out. Well, okay. If we're going to honestly analyze it, the zombies proved some sort of intelligence.
True.
After death. So
True. These ones did.
They can't open doors.
These ones did, which I also had kind of a conflicting thought. Was DOD, Department of Defense, would make perfect sense, right? I don't think anybody would argue
I just
that.
said that because I saw DOD and I was like, oh,
the other thing I thought was a possibility because this movie came out in 2015 and there was a date. It said DOD and there was a date. So you said Department of Defense and I thought, okay, that's a very possible thing. What I thought of, which I should have said right at that moment, was date of death.
That's probably more accurate, yeah.
Because why else was there a date, But they're monitoring this guy after he died and came back, and then he dies again.
The janitor was calling him Dodd.
Dodd. Come on, Dodd. What kind of fucking
Come
name
on,
is
Dodd.
Dodd?
Come on, Dodd.
Breathe, Dodd. And then the
That
breath.
scene.
The breath. He pours Tic Tacs in his mouth.
Oh my god,
That
that
was
scene
absurd.
was also really gross.
That was absurd.
There was a lot of really gory.
There,
gross
you know,
moments.
that is a very, very, very true statement. There was a lot of gross things in this movie, but you know what? They did it. They made it so funny that I was able to laugh it off. Normally, I don't laugh off, yanking off a dude's junk, but I laughed.
They made it so well. That's the problem. They made it so. That's not the problem. That's the reason. They made it so clear that that's this type of movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Shaun of the Dead. I feel like starts by kind of hiding. It's because it's British, so they start by kind of hiding the humor, and then it's slowly incorporated in when they realize the apocalypse has happened. But this movie from the start, it is very silly
and fun and obnoxious. There were parts where, of course, like these three best friends are fighting over their stupid drama of no, we're going to quit the Scouts, and oh, how dare you, I thought we were going to be Scouts forever, and like all of that while the world's crumbling around them, which was pretty funny.
That's really human, though. That was actually a moment I liked, because that was the same day that it all happened. So it's not like they, well, I guess it wasn't the same day, but you know what I mean? It was right at the beginning. So it's not like they've been in this world for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the other funny thing about this, they actually said zombies.
Yeah.
That's rare.
In a zombie movie, yeah.
It's rare. In Shaun of the Dead, they said, we don't say that word. The Z word.
What are some other movies where they call them zombies?
Oh, that's a great question. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of any where they actually referred to them as zombies, right?
World War Z.
Walkers, shamblers. There was only one word in one email that used the word zombie. And I think that was the way it was in the book too.
But they used it.
They called him Zeke. They called him Zach in the book, not the compendium, not Resident Evil, World War Z, not Train to Busan.
No, I'm following. Now you're confusing me.
Now,
I know I look confused.
Now I was trying to confuse you, and you were kind of following along for a minute there.
Yeah, because I was following, and then it got weird. It's like when Pastor randomly says something weird, and you're like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm just making sure you're listening." You're like, "Okay." You're like, you had me for a second. They're here.
Who?
The zombies.
I thought the gate would stop them.
They knocked it down instantly.
How much time do we have?
They're already here.
We should have bought that beautiful Los Angeles dream house in that safe neighborhood that Corinne showed us.
I know, it was so much more defensible, and Corinne would have had us moved in before the apocalypse.
Do you think it's too late to call her now?
I'll try. No! We should have called Corinne sooner!
Don't wait until it's too late. Call Corinne Salas today at 714-510-6443 and buy your Los Angeles dream house now. That's 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at nexthomebycorinne or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com. So I think there was a couple of things I thought were absolutely fucking hilarious. Teenage boys, right? The world's gone to shambles, and what do? Go into a strip club.
See, Ben was the
voice of reason.
Yeah, he was like, there are zombies. Or something. No, they didn't know
Something's
yet.
wrong.
Something's wrong. Yeah, everything was abandoned.
The window's broken. Where is everybody?
Okay.
They're asleep on a Friday night?
I was dropping off dogs today, and I hit this one section on Sunset where I was in front of everybody else. And it was so weird. Just the intersection that I was approaching was completely empty, not a car in sight.
Ooh, that's weird.
So I was driving up, and I'm like, whoa, it's like abandoned. And then immediately there's more cars, but it was weird.
That's what it would look like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Here's a good test.
Well, actually, no, it wouldn't look like that. It would be like I imagine it'd be like I Am Legend.
Would you be working on Christmas Day?
Editing the podcast?
No. Oh no, you don't normally work on Mondays.
No, but I don't know if that'll be different.
I was thinking
Christmas.
See if it's different like that in LA on Christmas Day. I know some of the, like around where we're at, I can drive down for a while without seeing a car, but downtown Sunset, like that would be trippy.
Yeah, it was a little trippy, just that little section.
Yeah, you're talking that. Imagine going like a few blocks.
It would be really cool.
That would be wild.
But I don't think it'd be like I Am Legend where there's just a whole bunch of cars. It's like a maze in the streets.
Yeah. Probably.
Because everybody would be trying to flee and then die in their cars.
Or worse, it would be like The Walking Dead where all of the cars are just trapped there.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the descriptions in the book of World War Z was all of the cars were just trapped in one spot. They weren't moving, and the zombies were just coming and getting them in their cars.
Yeah, that's what I imagine would probably happen.
God.
Because people are going to try to drive out of LA, and you're not getting anywhere. You might as well run.
You would move faster if you ran,
mm-hmm.
which, you're in more danger because you can't go around. You can't go through, if there's a horde. And that's where I would say, like, these type of zombies, they were, and this is gross, but they were fresh. So it seemed like they were a bit faster. They could kind of jog. But what I don't like about...
No, they could kind of full on run. Scout Leader Rogers was like running at Augie. He jumped at one point.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but he wasn't that fast.
No, it wasn't like superhuman.
I mean, Augie's not the most fast, limber boy, so it was a good comparison.
I think all of the zombies were different,
except for that one.
Which one?
That one that was running on all fours with whatever was coming out of his spine, which they never elaborated on.
No.
It was kind of a bummer.
That was like the coolest zombie idea.
It was so weird.
I love that idea of like a hunter type one that moves on all fours.
Yeah.
Its spine is protruding from its back.
What was that?
It was like a fucking Spinosaurus.
I don't know what that was supposed to be, and they didn't elaborate on it at all.
No,
like they just moved right past it. I was like, okay,
it got hit by a van, and then it was a van, right?
No, they were in that car.
Oh, it got hit by a car, and then it
hit the car, shattered the window or spiderwebbed the window, and then they took off. They got away, but that was a pretty wild moment. But
how easy do these zombies die? Is it headshots?
It was headshots. It was exclusively headshots.
Oh yeah, because the shotgun blast to the chest,
and it got right back up.
That was
pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That shotgun, and then.
So would shotgun shell? I think I might have asked. Would shotgun shells explode heads like that at close range?
There's a video that you would find interesting. Look at these guys shooting double odd buck at watermelons and see what that does. It's not proper to say exploding because no, it doesn't explode. But I mean the terminology may be lacking.
Left?
Very little.
That's what I mean. It would be like the movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking. Is it like the movie? Or
the
not?
buckshot spreads enough, like it causes enough damage on the exit wound that there's like nothing left, and your head is small enough that that entrance wound is pretty significant. So there's something to that.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. I was thinking about the topic of weapons, and then I just got lost in thought.
Well, the weapons in this, I liked how what's his name again? Ben was like fashioning a spear, and then it bothered me that he makes that spear and then they just drop it and run.
No, he used it
once.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. He should have kept it. I don't know why he left it.
I'm like, you just spent all. But I guess he was just bored too. They're stuck in a cell, so like, what the fuck else is he gonna
His
do?
little one-liners
Which
to that girl were
would have been
he's
kind of
got some
cool.
riz.
He was trying. He was trying without trying.
Yeah. That's why it was working because he wasn't trying.
And then when she called him out on it, kiss me. What? No, I don't. What?
Bro, he headbutted her.
That was awesome. That was so great.
It was so funny.
That was so great.
There was a lot of embarrassing moments.
I really can't say. I look back. That made me think of my past. Even at my youngest age, I don't think I've ever headbutted a girl when going in to kiss. That was awesome.
I've definitely approached too fast and like hit the mouth a little harder than intended, but I've never straight up just thunk headbutted somebody. That was a lot.
Well, I mean, as far as that's concerned, I do that to my wife currently.
You just
Approach
headbutt
too
her?
fast.
Oh,
No, okay, I do have. Okay, wait, but that's different. Not in a romantic sense. Not like we're trying to be, romantic and kiss each other. But her and I, our heads are like two gravitational forces.
oh,
We collide all the damn time, and her poor head, man. Like she uses her head as a battering ram.
mm-hmm. So does the baby.
He throws his head around.
Oh, I meant the other one, but yeah, both.
Oh
of them.
yeah. He's worse though. He like literally throws his head from side to side. He'll knock your ass out.
It always cracks me up when I'm holding a baby and they try to throw themselves back. I'm like, where are you going? What are you gonna do if I just let you go?
Clearly, your reasoning and logic skills lack.
Yeah.
Baby.
Jeez.
And that's something that's funny. I'm glad they don't ever show anything like that. Dawn of the Dead was a bit much, showing a zombie baby. That was heavy for me. But that's one thing that I think most of these movies don't do. They don't go toward the
Shaun of the Dead did a zombie
babies.
baby?
No, Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, okay, yeah,
2004. Yeah. And Shaun of the Dead did that kid. He was a young kid. He was playing soccer, remember?
Mm-hmm.
He kicked the ball, it hit Shaun in the head. He's like, "You're dead." And then the next time he sees him, he's dead. Little foreshadowing, just like you said. Everything was foreshadowing in that movie. That was good stuff. But I think this one was like one of the funniest things about it was everywhere you turned, their plot armor was all of their information, everything they knew. And it was good. I liked how they did that.
Not always, but a lot of the time, yeah.
Well, there was one that bugged me. I don't know if you caught this as well, but they escape Carter's house. They get to the neighbor, which is that crazy old lady who attacked them, and they're in Carter's house. But they get out, they get into that old lady's place. They escape the zombie cats, which that scared me. That bothered me.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I wouldn't have said scared me, but that bothered me.
You know what I was thinking? This would be a fun D&D encounter.
There
Zombie
are
cats.
This podcast and these movies have made me think that, I mean, I get your point. It would be very difficult to get people along on a D&D session of that regard. But in thought of like our video game idea,
Mm-hmm.
A D&D session in that regard, I think it would be, if it was done well with a good story, that could be fun.
Well, Baldur's Gate has shown that it can be done. It just requires like a decade of work.
That's what I'm thinking. The amount of work that goes into writing the story, but
That's only half of it.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the characters. You have to write all of the characters,
Well,
all of
it's
their
not-
attributes.
I mean, yeah, you got to do all the game mechanics, but I mean, then you have to do all the graphics and everything.
Oh boy. Oh wait, you're talking about a game, or I'm talking about like a D&D type.
So, for D&D, that wouldn't be too hard because I found a zombie, what do you call it? Like a rule set. I found basically a D&D book for
For
a
zombies.
zombie apocalypse. It uses the Last of Us style zombies,
Mhm.
but you can kind of move, flex that around at your will. The classes that you have, I think I read you some of them. Some of them are funny, like customer service.
Yeah,
But
but they had like some legit
they have
freaking
good
purpose.
abilities. I think that would be so much fun. The thing is, I don't want to run it. I I would love to play. I haven't played D&D in a really long time.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you played weekly.
No, I DM'd weekly.
Oh, and you haven't just gotten to play?
No, I got to play my little goblin rogue for a little bit, but
Oh, that's a bummer.
yeah, it is what it is. I got too much going on anyways.
True. I know that feeling. So the process of going through this whole city, this was a whole city. There were a couple of things that irked me. Coming into the city from, they were out in the woods or wherever it was kind of woody. Maybe they were just in a park or something like that, but it was pretty
Yeah.
secluded, it seemed, right? Coming into the city was empty, but then all of a sudden everything was there. Now,
28 days later, all
I could kind of figure that, yeah, I could kind of figure like they drew them to where they were from their noise and all of that. They were far enough away, they weren't visible. But then the question is like, where were they, and how did we draw them? Because if they were on the other side of the city where we wouldn't have passed them coming in, then how did they hear us on the opposite end? You know, just stupid questions like that.
So, I've been playing this game, Project Zomboid. It's I would say like not realistic, semi quasi. Is that the right word?
Quasi?
Yeah. Kind of realistic. It's got some realistic aspects to
Oh,
it.
I nodded, by the way, for our audiences.
It's a super fun game, and it really emphasizes that point that slow zombies are not a threat when it's just 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's when it's a horde.
That's perfect.
And we lost somebody today. TJ and I decided to go check out the nearest city because we're in like a little town. So we were like, let's go check out a city, see what like the commercial buildings are, and see what there is to loot. And as we're getting into the city, which was a good bit of ways, the streets were just flooded with them. I was like swerving in and out of them, trying not to hit them, hitting everything. I slammed into a light post at one point and almost stalled the car.
Oh, shit.
But it started raining and it was dark, and we were like, okay, we need to find a spot to just sleep so that it could be daytime and we can figure things out then. The way that our friend has the server set up is that they're more dangerous at night. So I pull into this garage at the end of the street. I'm like, okay, we got to fight this. We get out, and then they kept coming. They never stopped. And he tried to get in the van. He ended up dying. And
TJ?
Yeah.
Oh,
TJ died. I got
rip,
away.
TJ.
I got away. I tried to kill his body so I could take it and take his
TJ,
stuff.
he murdered you. He did it on purpose, TJ.
So he already thinks that.
He left you.
I tried so hard. But yeah, so I enjoy the way that game emphasizes the horde aspect.
So that was actually kind of a perfect segue because I wanted to ask about that specific thing. The horde or singular, right? So think of it like what would your weapon of choice be in a zombie apocalypse? Would it matter depending on what kind of zombie it is?
Yes.
So if it was World War Z zombies, what would you want?
An AR.
And if it was slower Shaun of the Dead type. Okay. All right. So
really it comes down to if they're too fast for me to notch another arrow to save myself, then a bow is going to be completely useless. In World War Z, if somebody pulls out a bow, yeah, that's laugh-worthy.
they're so fast.
You're not going to hit them.
They are so fast. So I'm trying to find a good comparison, right? You have to get from point A to point B, and you are going to cross a number of zombies. So I think the fair equivalent would be your weapon of choice, and you have to come against, we'll have to make it reasonably challenging, 10 of the World War Z type or 100 slow ones.
See, that makes it hard to use the bow. I mean,
but you can maneuver slow ones better.
it's just going to be a game of training them.
Mhm.
Essentially just, hey, come over here, and then running over when they
So
come
you would
over to you.
prefer the 100 slow ones?
Yeah, that one, it would be time consuming. But I mean, if I just have 100 arrows, then I don't even have to worry about collecting them. So it really depends.
You think you could do 100% headshots?
If they're slow moving, yeah.
I mean, they're slow. They're not in concrete.
No, I know, but I don't have to be like super far from them. If they're slow, I just have to be like 10 feet in front of them. That's really close.
So I guess
I don't think I'd be 100% accurate, but if I have 100 arrows and I hit 80 of them, it's a lot less to have to collect.
This is where I would honestly, I would have to put far more thought into this kind of a scenario before I would go in, because clearly, I mean, just listening to you, I realized that I want to be Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, no. No. This game has taught me you got to be methodical.
I would want a machete and just...
No. That's how you get bit by something stupid.
And I know it. I get it. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like with the slow kind, and I felt this way with the earlier Resident Evil games. I think it was primarily 1 and 2, where I would go at them and it was stupid. Like, I didn't have to do that. You know, you remember when they would like grab onto you and you would push the buttons and Jill would fight them off and then kick them and they'd fall down and she'd head stomp them. I would do that far more often than was necessary. And I don't know why. I don't know why I enjoyed doing that.
Accomplishment of killing them.
Which I learned, you know, after way too long, that they come back anyway. So you're not supposed to, like, clearly you're not supposed to waste your time killing them every time you go by.
That was the thing about early Resident Evils, is they were puzzle games.
That's it. You're supposed to learn to go around those ones, because there are the other ones where they come out and there's like a whole bunch of them and you're supposed to kill all of those. And you go back to that area over and over and over again and none respawn. But then there's other areas where there will always be 1 or 2 zombies in that area. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why it took me so damn long to learn that it was just wise to go around, dodge, move. And that was one of the fun things that I learned with, what was that? World at War, Nazi zombies.
Training them?
Yeah. Your uncle showed me when he would train them, and then I would piss him off so much when I would draw them off of him. Man, he would get them all. Mm-hmm. Like, he was the first one.
The whole round would be on him.
He was the first one to get us up to round 40, and he would have virtually every single one of them that was left over after the end. He'd have them all on him, and he'd just be running around. It did make me laugh, though, when it was most often it was your grandpa who would draw them, because he would be up in that window in the back of Der Reese, and then he would fall down.
Oh my God.
I don't know how he would always do that.
I know exactly how he did it. What would happen is he would be focusing on the ones on the stairs. And then when those would dry up for a second, he would get bored. So he'd look out the window. And when you look out the window, what you should do is take your finger off of the joystick. But he wouldn't do that. So he'd be aiming, he'd get too intense, and his finger would just creep forward. And I've done it before on games where you're just doing something intensely, like you're holding the left trigger, and then you end up actually pushing forward with your thumb a little bit.
You know,
and you fall off.
I will say we had a pretty damn good system going for that Der Reese, that back section. Yeah,
Zombies has gotten so much more complicated.
Yeah, there's no camping.
There's some spots, there's some maps.
Well, I guess with you don't camp, because I've only played the newer ones with you, and so you're showing me all of those Easter eggs. And
yeah, there's like now it's not so much an Easter egg, it's a mission. There's a point to the map. There's a way to actually beat the map. Before, Easter eggs were like, man, they'd be obscure steps, dude. It'd be like,
Oh yeah,
you
I
have
remember.
to shoot this asteroid that's in this giant space scene that
Yep.
you see in front of you. You have to shoot this one asteroid that you literally can't even see. You just have to shoot it, and you have to shoot it with the wonder weapon of the map.
Yep.
And so you're like, what? Who finds these?
What was that one that you showed me? It was like all clocks. Like we had to do something with the clocks, or there was a big stone clock in this like cave, and we had to set off all of this stuff right, and then you would lose gravity. Do you recall that one?
Oh, that was the moon. Oh no. That was Dreisendracht. That was the one with the dragons who would eat the bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dreisendracht.
All of the games that we played on the newer Nazi zombies, I'm not nearly as familiar with as the older. What was that one? World at War.
Yeah, that one's. I mean, that's the oldest. That's the OG.
That's the OG. I still remember you found that.
I can't
What
believe you
the
didn't play
hell?
Black Ops with us because Black Ops was really good.
I did. What wasn't that the one? You had that suit.
No, that was.
Not Modern Warfare.
Well,
What was
Black
that one?
Ops 3 had the exosuit in multiplayer, but not in zombies.
Oh, that's what it was. It was in multiplayer.
I think Advanced Warfare
I
had exo zombies.
never got the hang of that.
Oh, that was my game, dude.
Was it really?
I excelled at that. I got pretty good.
And
I'm
they
so bad at it
all
now.
they all did zombies, didn't they? After that,
Most
after
of them
that
did.
success?
So usually it was Treyarch would do zombies and Activision would do something else. But then Activision was like, zombies is really successful, but we can't do what Treyarch's doing. So we got to do our own knockoff version. It was just never, it was never horrible, but it was never great. Like Infinite Warfare,
so Treyarch was the good one.
Advanced Warfare. Yeah.
Okay, were they at one point the same company?
I think they are the same company.
Interesting.
I have no idea how it works anymore. I don't keep up with Call of Duty anymore.
True. Yeah, you've been out for a while,
Yeah, it's just not my game anymore.
and you're into PC rather than Xbox
Well,
anymore.
which COD is huge on PC, but
Oh, it's just not your thing.
it's just not my thing.
Interesting.
I-
Which one's yours? You do first person shooter, but
Yeah, so I played Siege for a bit. I don't play that anymore. I play Valorant.
Valorant, that's the one.
Occasionally. I haven't played that in so long, though.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of first-person shooters. I think I played Dying Light, but that's not really the...
No, definitely not a
Quite the same
first person
thing.
shooter, but something that I found really interesting watching you play once or twice was that paranormal one.
Oh, Phasmophobia.
That was interesting for a few different reasons. And I loved, like, I could just sit there and watch you and my heart rate would be racing. Like these fucking things, you're running away from them, trying to get away, and then you're always asking questions. Are you here?
Yeah.
Do you mean to harm me?
There was a really funny TikTok. I probably sent it to you, where they're using the Ouija board in Phasmophobia, and they're like, "What was it?" One of them was like, "How did you die?" And someone was like, "How old are you?" One of them was like, "How many pickles can you fit up your ass?" And then the thing it goes to 4, and he goes 4, 7, 47, 1, 471.
I don't know if you saw the TikTok that I sent you recently that was pretty damn freaky. A guy created an AI, if you will. It was a facial recognition of mood, right? But it was able to tell him his mood and his age. And he's making these faces, and it's like angry, and he's smiling, and it's happy, and he does another one sad, and so he's making these faces,
Oh,
and
I
then the
know.
door creeps open, and the AI tracks on something.
Oh no, I don't know.
And it said like he was 31, and it says this was 395 or some random, like really high fucking number
Nah,
like
you
that.
move.
And I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the culture, but as I understand it, the Asian community is very superstitious, not necessarily religious. They are superstitious. Like ghosts, nah, fuck that. I'm out. I'm moved. You
Yeah.
can keep the place.
That sounds terrifying. I've seen those, like where people are just using Snapchat filters.
I
and
hate
then
that.
It just in the dark
Tracks
the
on
dog
something?
just tracks on. You're like,
Yep.
That's terrifying.
I hate that one. I hate the other one, the Connects. The Xbox has the movement one, and it was like somebody was in the room with this girl, and she's like, "There's nobody here." There was a pretty cool one. Now this is because I think we're getting onto this because as we were watching, some of our listeners can expect that we'll probably wind up going into the paranormal realm of movies soon. We saw some pretty cool movies on Amazon that might be worth a gander.
Mm-hmm.
But all of the stuff, like this lady was sitting on her couch, she's filming on her phone, and she's filming herself, right? She shows you that you're looking at her face, and she's like, now I got to show you guys this isn't normal, like I'm not tripping, right? And she flips the camera and she shows the TV, and the reflection off of the TV shows her reflection, and there was somebody sitting next to her. And she pans the camera and she's like, "There's nobody here."
No,
like, what the hell?
Right now just made my stomach kind of turn.
Oh no, why?
I don't like that stuff. Freaks me out. I don't like that.
Oh,
Seeing something in a reflection but not in person is not okay. That is a huge fear of mine. Like when I'm brushing my teeth, that I'm gonna look up and there's gonna be something behind me, because that's such a classic horror movie trope.
You know, that's so funny. That's yours. Mine, I don't know where this comes from me. Like, I have this unnerving feeling when I'm brushing my teeth that I'm gonna look up and find my reflection looking at me, like before I look up.
Oh, that would be creepy.
I don't.
Oh, have you ever seen You?
No.
Not You. That's not the right one.
Us.
I
haven't seen it. I've only seen clips.
I think that one's freaky because it follows that premise kind of.
I can't. I don't know where that comes from. The only place I could think of where that was made popular in my youth was Poltergeist 3, which was a really terrible movie, but it was clever. It was cleverly done in some of the effect manners of its time. Don't compare it to today. You'll watch it. I watched some clips of it and was like, oh my God.
Is it like On Love with Gage?
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, the graphics back then, the CG back then, and when they would try to do CG, it was like most of them were smart enough to go practical and use CG to augment the practical effects. But I'm going to take you back all the way to Poltergeist 1, where there's a guy who they're there as paranormal investigators. They're researching what's going on in this house because there's a lot of activity in this house. And one of the researchers goes back to the kitchen. He grabs something to eat. He's like eating it. He's at there's like a, forgive me, it's like a water closet, if you will. It's not the kitchen sink. It's like a water closet. And he's back in there for something. He spilt something or whatever, and he went to go get it, and it was like super fucking creepy because he has a piece of chicken in his mouth, right? He opened up the fridge, and I think what had happened was he spilt something, whatever. So he goes to go get something, and then he turns, he hears a noise, he turns, he looks, and he flashes the flashlight on where the other chicken was on the plate, and it was like crawling on the countertop. So he just like drops the chicken out of his mouth, and then you look down at that chicken that was just in his mouth, and then it just like starts sprouting maggots coming out of it.
Ew.
So then he runs to the sink, and I think that was what he did, if I'm remembering this right. He starts throwing up in the sink. He like washes his face off, and then he looks back up in the mirror, and he sees there's like a little cut on him, and he like touches it, and then it like peels, and then he starts like pulling it, and then it's more and more and more, and pretty soon
fingernails.
Pretty soon his whole face, like he ripped off his whole face, and he's looking at the mirror. The funniest part is when I remembered that scene, it was real. And I looked at that scene now, and I can't even explain to you how unbelievably cheesy and fake everything looks.
Man, I think about that when like Modern Warfare 2 came out in 2006 or 2007 or something like that. I remember thinking like, wow, this game is incredible. It had to be like 2008 or something like that. But I remember I was like, wow, the graphics on this game is incredible. These are insane. And now, I mean, graphics have just come so far.
What was your example? Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that about Modern Warfare.
Oh, yeah, Call of Duty 4.
I thought, oh my God, how can this ever get any better? Like, this looks so damn real.
And you go back to it now and you're like, wow, it's
another
so
good one.
bad.
Another good one that I thought was like, whoa, this is so cool. This looks so real. Gears of War.
Oh yeah. See, the newer Gears of Wars are pretty cool, but the original one, yeah, it's a bit pixely.
And
how do you miss that? How do you not notice that?
Because it's brand new, right? Your eyes have never seen this.
We were playing
before.
on Xbox 360. Everything was grainy. So
exactly, but not compared to what I grew up. I was playing on Nintendo, like the regular OG Nintendo, where Link in Legend of Zelda, you're looking at the top of him like tank view. You know, you can only walk like that. You know, left, right, up, down. You know what I want? I really, really, really want this is an emulator. I see that they exist now. Like they used to be like very black market. And there's some like they're selling emulators that have every Nintendo game or every Sega game.
David is trying to get me to get an emulator. I swear like once a month he tries to get me to get an emulator.
Why?
I don't know. He's like, let's just play this one game on this emulator. I'm like, why would we play a PlayStation 1 game?
Okay. Mine is for nostalgia. Like there are some games that were available on Sega Genesis that, yeah, the graphics would be horrible by comparison today. Like they look shitty, right? But I would love to go back and play. There was an OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I'd play that thing. There was this game. God, I don't remember what you would call these type of game. It's not a role-playing game for sure. What would this be called? Okay. So you start the game and go to a specific kingdom. The princess gets kidnapped. The king gives you this charge. You have to go and save my daughter. And then you go out on this quest, right? So it's like, I guess that would be it. A quest game. But
it's just a storyline game.
And you have to buy your armor. You have to buy, like the king gives you some money, but it's like clearly not enough to do anything. You have to go and fight enemies to get more gold, and you fight different enemies and find different armors. Is it a little bit?
It's a role play. You're role playing that character.
So it was called Shining in the Darkness. God, it was terrible, but I loved it. It's like, I don't know why I remember the game so much, because what reminded me of it is I played that game just nonstop when I was bedridden, when my knee was fucked up. I couldn't do anything. So every day that I had any free time, which I was not used to free time, I was always doing stuff in high school.
Yeah, we've lived very different lives.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had no cell phone. I could use a rotary phone. Do you even know what a rotary phone is?
Yeah. Why, dude? People think I'm not fucking 3.
I'm surprised because we didn't own one. We didn't own one when you were growing up.
Okay, so
your mom didn't own one when you were growing up.
I think I know how to use a rotary phone, but I've never had to use one before. I'm pretty sure you just put your finger on the number you're trying to do and then pull it all the way to the other side and let it go.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Takes a long time.
It's absolutely hilarious to see people trying to do that today.
See,
so those are Gen Zers.
I'm the one who still does I still do banana phone.
Yeah.
For a phone.
As opposed to this.
Which, I mean, truth be told, I've never really...
God, our audience loves us when we do this stupid shit.
Yeah.
Banana phone makes sense.
Phone.
I said do this.
Yeah. Well, the flat hand to emulate a smartphone, that's a culture change.
And then, what was the other thing? I just heard it today, or yesterday. 20 years ago, we had to wait until 9 p.m. so that we can talk to our friends with unlimited minutes. Now... We pay for unlimited minutes standard, and we don't talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's unlimited talk and text. So
yeah, I mean, why call when you can text? Although I won't lie, I've become a really big fan of calling.
I prefer calling. I'm such a horrible texter.
I used to really prefer to text, but now I'm like, I'd rather just call and get a quick answer, especially because so many times just tone and intent gets lost in text.
Yep.
And especially when you're dealing business, I think it's just so much easier to just talk to the person.
I agree.
Because then it's more human.
Yeah.
And so that when I just say okay, you don't get some weird urge to look into what I meant when I said okay, when I literally just meant okay.
That was oh my God, I wish I could remember what this comedian had said. That's a talent that his wife has, which was he called them truffle pigs. He asked if anybody knows what a truffle pig is. No, I had no idea what this was until he said it. Don't even know if it's a real thing. But allegedly, they look for truffles. Truffles grow 10 feet underground, and the truffle pigs can smell them from the surface.
Yeah.
And so he says women are truffle pigs, or his wife is a truffle pig for insults in his comments, right? So he says, "You look really beautiful today." She goes,
So I don't
today?
look beautiful any other day?
He goes,
Yeah.
"What?
I know
No, I
these
didn't
games.
mean that."
I know these games.
That was your mom, huh?
Yeah.
That was bad.
I'm like, then I'm just not going to say anything nice about you. And then you're going to be mad at me for not saying anything nice about you. So what the hell?
You are just damned no matter what you do.
Seriously.
But that was like one of the funnier things I've seen. I get it. I mean, I think in my case it's humor. She does it to joke. She doesn't mean it. But it is still like, arr. So I don't know. I think there were a couple of things in this movie that really tickled my fancy. There was the lock picking, loved it. There was the
What is there, a lockpicking badge now?
Exactly. There was the I absolutely loved these psychopaths going into the hardware store and fashioning weapons for themselves.
Oh, that was pretty sick. Yeah, that was a good use of their skills.
Everything made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of their weapons made sense.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I loved Augie's pressurized.
That was pretty sick. He made a gun.
A cannon is a better description
he made a
of
cannon.
it. He was launching large, heavy objects.
So Ben had the bladed weed whacker.
Yeah, he
What
put blades on a
did
weed whacker.
Carter have?
He had a nail gun, if you will.
That's right. So that was the one that I thought was the least realistic. I just don't think it would kill.
Oh, that's a good question. I mean,
at least not with one nail.
I don't know.
The movie, so I'm very willing to let that go.
All you got to do is get the nail in the brain.
Well,
and nails will go. I mean, they'll go
yes,
through wood. They'll go through your bone.
But you think just one nail in the brain would stop it?
I don't think at 100% success rate.
Yeah,
but I
don't even think that would 100% stop a living human. Not immediately.
Yeah, it would. You get them in the right spot, it will.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got a lot of questions because I mean,
I think especially when we're talking about zombies, I don't think one nail would be doing it.
But he did. It wasn't just like a regular 16-penny nail. Like he had those spikes. Remember?
Yeah.
So I mean, those were
if they were those would be better.
It was it would be a better description to say he was shooting a spike gun.
That'd be maybe the size deceived me
because he had all of those spikes as extra ammo on his belt.
I didn't notice that. I did not see that.
So that was fun. Okay, I
didn't see a lot of anything in that club scene.
There was one problem I had with the club scene, and you were grossed out by it, but I let it go because it's a humorous movie, and they wanted to do really good graphics, and they did do really good graphics. That zombie in the club had no lower jaw. How is it biting anything?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Its tongue was just hanging. How is it biting anything?
Mm-hmm.
And that bothered me a little bit, but I let it go because they were being gross and humorous.
Yeah. This was super silly. There was a lot of parts that had me. I was laughing, but they were some cringy moments, and they were supposed to be. They were really.
There
funny.
were a lot of cringy moments.
Oh my god, the alcohol buying scene was so funny.
Yeah. What was her name?
Also, the way that the liquor store clerk just let her buy them, clearly buying it for the boys,
Yeah.
and walking right outside and just handing it to them right in front of him.
Yep.
No complaint.
Denise was her name. That was Sarah Dumont. Halston Sage. That was Kendall. That was the girl that Ben had a crush on.
That was Carter's sister.
That was Carter's sister. Oh, God, that's awful. High five. I'm not high-fiving that. Ben got the girl. But that was a good one.
Tell them about our socials.
Well, you guys can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook at Will You Survive the Podcast. On X, we are Alex and Erik, WYS. And, of course, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Anywhere.
Go to Alexa. Tell Alexa, play Will You Survive the Podcast. See what happens. I dare you.
Alexa, play Will You Survive the Podcast. Did they do it? I hope somebody's did it.